put on, right? Go ahead.
Grant.
To grant. Go ahead.
Permit.
To what?
Permit.
To permit. Go ahead.
Ascribe.
To ascribe. Go ahead.
Employ.
To employ. Go ahead.
Devote.
To devote.
Consecrate.
To consecrate. Go ahead.
Dedicate.
Dedicate.
Pay wages.
Pay wages.
Sell. Exchange.
All right. We'll drop it in. Right? So this is what. So read over that Ezekiel 35. And 6, 36 and 5, I mean, so that, yeah, go ahead.
From verse 1?
Yeah, no, from 5, from 5.
Yeah, I'm probably bigger than
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Say, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh,
Yeah,
surely in the fire of my jealousy
yeah.
have I spoken against the residue of the heathen,
Which is those Arabs, go ahead.
and against all Idumea,
And against all Idumea, right, go ahead.
which have appointed my land,
Which gave, right, which appointed his land, go ahead.
into their possession,
Into their possession, go ahead.
with the joy of all their heart,
With the joy of all their hearts, go ahead.
with this spiteful mind.
With the spiteful mind, because if you're going to secular history, right, you would see that the land of Israel is split. You have those Arabs divided. You have those Arabs to the further south, which is in the land of Palestine, which is ancient Philistine, which is our land. You have those Arabs there, and then you have those Edomites, the Amalekites, right, in the land of Israel. Right? Now how did they get that? You have the Balfour Declaration there?
It's towards it.
Yeah, bring it out.
The thieves, robbers, killers, murderers.
Because what they did, as this brother rightfully said, they thieved the land.
And kill.
Right? They thieved the land and they split it between the Arabs and themselves, these Edomites. Right? Which is what the Balfour Declaration in 1948. Right? Go ahead. Yeah, because it was from it was a plan by the Rothschilds and them.
Yes.
Well,
Organized crime.
Dated November 2nd, 1917.
yeah.
Dear Lord Rothschild.
Dear Lord, who?
Rothschild.
No, this I forget. I always forget the British Prime Minister, his first name, but his name was Prime Minister something Balfour. He addressing this to the Rothschilds, right? The Rothschilds, right? Go ahead.
I have much pleasure in conveying to you.
I have much pleasure. That is why in the scripture in Ezekiel 35, where it say what? 36 and 5, where he say what? In the Most High say in the joyfulness of their hearts, right? They have much pleasure
In conveying
I
to you
unite you all.
to you in telling
Heroes!
right?
on behalf of His Majesty's government
On behalf of the king's, right? Majesty government, right?
the following declaration
Yeah.
of sympathy.
Of what?
Of sympathy.
Yeah, because they would discover the anti-Semitic chauvinist, because they want the world to have sympathy for a wicked bunch of people. Go ahead.
With Jewish Zionist aspirations.
With Jewish Zionist aspiration. Now hear the word Jewish. That they alone should put a tingle in the air. Jewish. The word ish, I-S-H, is a suffix. It come like this. You see, man? They will say about fat man or you can kill it so. Yeah? Or I have a jersey that's not too red, but you have a reddish jersey there, boy. Right? Pertaining to a pertaining life. Right? They want to be us, but they could never be us. That's why they call themselves Jewish, and we're going to get the history concerning that. But, right? After that, you're going to do the history in Esau, right? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
With Jewish Zionist aspirations.
With Jewish Zionist aspirations, go ahead.
Which has been submitted to and approved by the cabinet.
Yeah, right? That is why the Most High say against all Idumea, because the Americans, the British, all these so-called white people,
Are the various,
right? They sit down around the round table and they make sure and appoint their land to these Amalekites. And because Amalek is the chief house, just like how Judah, put the camera there. Just like how Judah is the head tribe for our nation. Amalek is the head tribe for Esau Edom. Right? Go ahead.
Right? His Majesty's government view with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, the sting self, right? Go ahead.
And will use their best endeavors.
And will use the best endeavors, because why? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Yeah, because never Job the fear God enough. And why we call Job to fear God? Because all them things he did in the east. He was one of the most wealthiest men in the east. And he tell himself God gave that, so he don't want to lose it. But when Job started to lose, when the fire come and destroy all them things, he lost his son, he lost everything he had. Right? Come and the wife turn and tell him, curse God and dead. Right? And that's how he got to realize there's not the wife talking to him, it's Satan when he talking to him.
Well, I don't want to go into all of that, but Job was a righteous man all the time.
I'm not saying he wasn't righteous, but he did not faith.
Eh?
He did not faith when he started to lose him.
He had faith. He had faith in the Most High. Right? Because the Most High, that's why the Most High blessed him straight up to the end. Right? Endure to the end. Right? Go ahead.
And will use their best endeavors.
And will use the best endeavors
to facilitate the achievement of this object.
To facilitate the achievement, to achieve something. When you achieve something, it's because what you accomplish, right? Well,
it being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which can prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities,
which is who? The Arabs. Because when we leave from Israel and flee down into Africa, right, the Arabs end up taking over the land. Right? That's why you have those Arabs here in the West Bank, in the Gaza Strip, which is Palestine, or Palestinia, which is ancient Philistine, right? These people was there after we fled into Africa when we vacated the land. Or let's say that a remnant still stayed, a remnant of Israelites still stayed, right? But the land was, at that time, when we was in Africa, it was mainly occupied by these Arabs. Go ahead.
Right? Of not existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine,
right?
Or the rights and political status enjoyed by Jews in any other country.
So what I say, we're not going to run the Arabs. What we will do, what they did, you say, right, we ain't going to run the Arabs on them. What we go do, we go split the land. We go take the bigger portion, right? And you Arabs, you can still stay in the land. You can still stay down to the south. But the thing is, they lied to the Arabs, right? They lied to the Arabs. Yeah? They lied to the Arabs and started wage war against the Arabs. That's why now, to this day, it's still having war. And I got to understand, they want to annex the whole of Palestine.
The former president of Egypt, Abdel Gamal Nasser, stand up and say, we'll never have peace in the Middle East, because the Jews, right, went away black and came back white.
And they went away what?
Black and came back white. So these are not the people.
Well, that for sure today.
Right, yeah. So what?
Right?
What?
Or the rights and political status enjoyed by Jews in any other country.
Right?
I should be grateful.
Which is like Germany, Poland, America, England, and certain other parts of Eastern Europe and whatnot, right? They could always come back to the land and claim and say they're claiming land. Because when they go back to the Torah, the first 5 books of Moses, the Mosai gives specific laws, because I will give all a better history here, right? To prove we is the true people of the land. There is anybody, any so-called, any of these Amalekites who been living in Poland and Germany and whatnot so forth, when they go back to Israel, they have to get a plot of land and money and whatnot, so forth, so forth, so forth. Now watch this. The Igbos in Biafra, who is Israelites, who are the true Jews, who are the tribe of Judah and Levi, right? If any one of us go over to Biafra land, which is in southern Nigeria, where the true Jews, a matter of fact, the whole west coast of Africa, that's why slavery was mainly consist through the western coast of Africa, right? Because after we went into Africa, because somebody get from Babylon to Timbuktu. Let me start a proof. No, not give me page 84 first. Give me page 84 first. I'm going into. Hey, I want to challenge my boy. I want smoke. I want to challenge me. Go ahead.
Right? This is the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, right? Written by Rudolph R. Windsor.
Yeah.
Page 84.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right? In the year 65 BC.
That's not what it is. Now this is history here. Because the Bible is, number one, the Bible is the most accurate history book in the world. Right? The Bible is a book based on prophecy. Prophecy coincides with history. History coincides with prophecy. It's vice versa. Right? Read.
Right. In the year 65 BC,
well,
the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
They captured Jerusalem, right? Well,
right? In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Right, they put an end to the Jewish state. Go ahead.
With great slaughter.
With great slaughter. Go ahead.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. Right?
Because he was being persecuted by these Romans. Right? 40 years after the death of the Hamashiach is when we had us to flee from our land. Right? The southern kingdom. Right? Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews.
Over what?
1 million Jews.
Over what?
1 million Jews.
Where they went?
Fled into Africa.
No, they fled into Europe.
Fled into Africa.
No, they fled into they flee into Australia.
Fled into Africa.
Fled into Africa. Why did we fled into Africa? It's because we look like the Africans. We flee into Africa to hide amongst the Africans. That is the reason why they take us and put us from the slave ships from Africa. That's why they fool you so-called Negroes and tell you all are Africans, when the truth and fact, you all are the true Jews. They cannot know what you are saying, but the thing about it is, he don't know the scriptures to prove it. He could just talk off a hearsay, but we could prove it. Go ahead.
Right? Fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution.
Fleeing from what?
Roman persecution and slavery.
And slavery. Right, go ahead.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
The slave market were full of black Jewish slaves. Right, so now go to this page here. Go to page 118. Go to page 118. And it's going to go to other pages. Because it's going to
right here, Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right? This page 118.
Yeah, you can start from this. Yeah, start from this.
Alright, this page 118 from Babylon to Timbuktu.
Yeah, go ahead.
About halfway down the eastern border of Algeria.
Because Algeria is like North Africa, right? Northwest Africa, right? Go ahead.
There are large settlements of black Jews,
right?
Black Jews.
So the Jews was never white people or Caucasian people. They were black.
Yeah.
We were always black. If I were to look, black. If I were to look,
no, well, Titus of the Bible, yes, he was a so-called black man, but the Titus
that came against Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, he was not a so-called black man.
European.
He was a.
But he cursed God, he spit in his face.
Where's that?
He spit in God's face. With his son of man. He spit in the son of man's face. When he tell him, when he asked him,
not the Titus of the Bible.
yeah, then the Titus, same
The
Titus.
Roman Titus.
Yeah, the Roman Titus.
You're on point. Roman Titus, go ahead.
Right? Maybe it's over, right?
Yeah, well.
About halfway down the eastern border of Algeria, there are large settlements of black Jews at a place called Wajia.
Go ahead.
Says Slouch.
Go ahead.
Jews were at Wagla as early as 620 AD.
As what?
620 AD.
Go ahead, because that is even way after the death. That is even way after 70 AD. Right, go ahead.
Right? According to Godby,
He's a historian, and this historian was a so-called white man. Go ahead.
yeah. Again, Godby says in the Waglia oasis of Algeria, 350 miles from the Mediterranean, is a colony of Jews as black as Negroes.
As black as what?
Negroes.
Right? So now, somebody give me Acts 13 and 1. Watch this. Acts 13 and 1. Watch this. Any Christian, I want to let you challenge me, man. Challenge me, man. Acts 13 and 1. Watch this.
The book
Let me
of
see who is
Acts,
the liars here.
chapter 13, starting at verse 1.
Yeah, bring it out, bring it out.
Now there were in the church that were in Antioch.
Blue Letter Bible to Acts 13 and 1. Blue Letter Bible. Go ahead. Read, Salakia.
Now there were in the church that were in Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon.
And Simeon, now these were Israelites, right? These were Israelites. So go ahead.
Which were called nigger.
What you call what?
Nigger.
What you call what?
Nigger.
So now go into the Blue Letter Bible. Go to the Blue Letter Bible and go into that word nigger for me. Hold that book, you know. So let me see who is the liars now. Let me see who is the liars. According to the Seventh-day Adventists and them who came up to this day, they say they want to come and challenge we and expose we. We tell them come and expose we in front of everybody, in front of all our sour. Up to here they can't come. We want to be exposed. I am calling on you Seventh-day Adventists, all you in Seventh-day Adventists and whatnot, in Mova, the Mova Church Day. Please, I'm begging all you, come and expose us now, please. Come and expose us, I'm begging you, I want to be exposed.
Christianity's plantation.
That's now. What is the meaning of nigga in the Blue Letter Bible?
Black.
What?
Black.
Black, go ahead. Nah, it's supposed to have swarty also, I think. Right? Alright. Yeah, that's black, right? That's not. Let me see something. That's now, that's bear with me. That's bear with me. Alright, that's Alright, that's say black, right? Good. So, here's what I want to explain here. The word nigger is a Greek word to describe the so-called black man, right? No, back then it was just used to describe us. It's only when we came into slavery it was used as a derogative term, right? Just want to get it out of the way. So we prove nigger, the word nigger in the Bible, and the Jews, so-called Jews, was called nigger, which is really Negroes, right? Read the book, read that.
Right.
Who are the Bible dictionary? Get the word hand from the Bible to my mouth.
Let me read down again, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So they were black as Negroes, right?
Yeah, there was black as Negroes, go ahead.
In the Garian section of Libya, not too far from Waglia, there exists the tribe troglodyte Jews.
The what?
The troglodyte Jews.
That's why the man, I forget his name, who helped Yahweh Shai to the cross. I think it's John what's his name from Cyrene? Simon from Cyrene. Right? Because a lot of us was scattered all into these lands, was scattered throughout Africa. Because Israel border in Africa. Israel is just northeast Africa. Right? Go ahead.
Right? There exist troglodyte Jews. It is reported that the Jews fled to the strongholds of the Nefusa mountain range because of Roman and Arab persecution.
Because of what?
Roman and Arab persecution.
Arab persecution. Right? It's in rocket science, it's in hard. You have more in it?
Yeah, well, that's finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right? Godby quotes H.S. Cowper, who says that the Jews of the city of Tripoli assert
Tripoli is the capital of Libya today. Go ahead.
Right? Assert they migrated from Garion.
From where?
Garion, which is in Libya.
Which is in Libya, yeah, go ahead.
Right? And I think I won't end it there.
Right, but I'll learn more tonight. Not for me. Not here. That's something I wanted to get.
But that's not, yeah, but
we are it. Right?
So,
yeah, go ahead.
But it's not just that, all that history backs up the word of God, but not just that alone. The angel Lord tell Mary and Joseph, what they tell Mary and Joseph? If you flee into Egypt, flee into Africa, hide the child in Africa until such time, until Herod died, and then you will go back to your own land. So it was always a back and forth with we into Africa. It was no strange thing.
Take Paul for Egyptian.
Yeah. Paul was mistaken for Egyptian. Right? Because watch this. Read. Yeah, read them.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Salakia.
Let me take this one. On the top here,
Salakia. Now this is from the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Alright? Go ahead. Let me hear what the scholars have to say. Go ahead.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah. Go ahead.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Yeah, go ahead.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Right, one of 8 persons to live through the flood because it was Ham, his 2 brothers, their respective wives, and their father Noah with Noah's wife. Go ahead. Which make 8. Go ahead.
He became the progenitor
which is the forefather, go ahead.
Of the dark races.
Of the dark races, he was the forefather of the dark races. But watch this, go ahead.
Not the Negroes.
Not the who?
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. We did not come from Ham. Let me see who come from Ham. Go ahead.
But the Egyptian.
Which is Mitzrayim. Go ahead.
Ethiopian.
Which is Cush. Go ahead.
Libyan.
Which is Put. Go ahead.
And Canaanite.
Which is Mandela's people. The South African Mandela and Mugabe people. They are the Canaanites. Right? We Negroes did not come from Ham. We came from Shem. What you have to understand is that Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they were all so-called black men. Including Noah. What the Christian church gave you in the lies is that Japheth was white, Shem was Chinese, and Ham was the so-called black people. Lies. Right? So go ahead and read that differently.
Alright, this is Babylon the Timbuktu, page 121, second paragraph, right?
Yeah.
There is much proof.
There is what?
Much proof.
There is much proof, right?
And still much more to be revealed by scholars that there existed prior to the slave trade and subsequent to it many Jewish or Jew tribes, colonies, and kingdoms in West Africa.
In where?
West Africa.
See, like the kingdom of Mali.
Timbuktu. Timbuktu.
The Ashanti.
The Ashanti kingdom.
the
Igbo, the Yoruba, the Mandingo, the Bantus. They are all Israelites. The Tutsis, Israelites. we fled into Africa to hide amongst the Africans because we look like the Africans. It come like this. Let me ask you this question here. If a Chinese and a Japanese pull up and you're reasoning with them. Now they tell you the nationality, but you know that you're reasoning with them. Could you tell the difference between these two people? You want to answer that instance?
Yeah.
You can tell the difference between our Chinese and our Japanese.
You see, they born in a equal, it was one race. They come from one race.
And what race is that?
The Chinese race. The Japanese came from the Chinese.
You're going off it. I'm going to explain it to you.
Yeah.
The Japanese and the Chinese, they came from Lot.
From Lot?
From Lot. Remember Abraham's nephew? Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah, and he had us to flee from Sodom and Gomorrah because the Most High was about to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, but not so forth. Right. Well, Lot two daughters, after the destruction, and the mother, which was Lot's wife, after she got turned into a pillar of salt, right? And they went up into the mountains. Lot two daughters getting drunk and had sex with him, slept with him. Because incest, right? What is sin? Yeah, incest. They're not supposed to do that, right? Because what the reason why they did that, they thought that because the destruction was so dread, they thought that the whole world would get destroyed, and if they had no man upon the face of the earth more than just them and the Father, right? So they went to do what they tried to say they're going to repopulate the earth.
Yeah, because
and preserve the Father lineage. Yeah?
The war against the other, she proved that, you know.
But listen what I'm saying. So, somebody got it is in Genesis, I think it's in Genesis 19, I think. Or 26, Baba Kusha. I think it's 19, Genesis 19. With Lot and the two daughters. So if you have better explanation. Yeah, it's a curse.
Yeah, curse, yeah.
Right? That's why the eyes, because they are Down syndrome.
Yeah, Down syndrome.
You ever take a look at a Down syndrome child how the eye?
Yeah,
not from one.
Born abnormal.
That's not. No from one. Start.
Right now, know something. I always think the two of them are born from.
Start from verse 31. 19 and 31.
Always say they take on like
19 and 31. Let me get that. I just want to give my understanding.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 19, verse 31.
Right? This year, they need the explanation how the Chinese and the so-called Chinese and Japanese come about in the place of the world.
And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old.
Our father is old, well.
And there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth.
After the man, because why? After the destruction that the Most High put on Sodom and Gomorrah, they thought that it had no man again on the face of the earth more than just the Father alone. Right? Go ahead, read. Yeah.
32.
Yeah.
Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him.
And we will lie with him. So come, let me get your father drunk. And we go go on and have sex with him. Right, go ahead.
That we may preserve seed of our father.
That his lineage could continue. Right? With that generation. Right? Right, go ahead.
And they made their father drink wine that night.
Go ahead.
And the firstborn went in and lay with her father.
Which is the oldest daughter. She went in and had sex with her father. Go ahead.
And he perceived not when she lay down.
He didn't even know that he had sex with your daughter because she was so drunk. Right? Go ahead.
Nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow.
The next day. Well,
that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold.
That's why they change them so heartless. They're real heartless, you know.
That is a cut for them with the nonsense.
Yeah,
Read
boy.
about that's no. With them fellas and them with the day business. Read that over again. Read that over again.
Read it over again there.
And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose.
Listen this carefully, Go ahead.
And it came to pass on the morrow,
On the morrow, which is what? Which is the 6 o'clock in the evening, brother man. Right? Because he getting ready to go on what? Sleep.
Yeah.
Because the day starts at 6 o'clock in the evening. That proves it.
They start at 6 p.m.
Read. Well,
The firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesterday with my father.
I lay yesterday with my father. Well,
Let us make him drink wine this night, that we may perceive seed of our father.
right? You see, I looked at yesterday, which was the day before, right? I lay with my father, right? So, well,
Verse
what
30.
touching it? Right? Well,
Verse 35.
well.
And they made their father drink wine, and that night also. And the younger arose and laid with him. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose.
Right? The younger one, she and all went the next day, which is the next night.
And sleep with him.
And sleep with him too. And he didn't even know that.
That's
right?
where the curse has come
Right?
from.
Well,
Yeah.
Verse 36.
yeah, well.
Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father.
Right, they get pregnant by, right? With the father, well.
And the firstborn bare a son, and called him Moab.
Right? The first one bear a son and call him Moab, which is the so-called Chinese.
Yes.
Well,
The same is the father of the Moabites.
right? The same as the
This
father,
day.
which is the Chinese, so-called Chinese. Right? Unto this day. Right? Go ahead.
And the younger, she also bare a son, and called the name Benami.
Go ahead.
The same is the father of the children of Ammon.
Right? Which is
Unto
the
this day.
so-called Japanese.
Japanese.
Right? They are incest.
Yeah.
They are Down syndrome. But the thing about it, the most I make them upright Down syndrome to make them be a nation, because they done there already. Right? So it's best I make that nation. Best I lead them to let them become a nation.
The whole generation curse them.
Thank you. Hey, Deuteronomy 23 and 1. Deuteronomy 23 and 1. I mean, it's shift a little bit from what we was teaching, but how much time we had it?
That's well good information I get it all.
Right?
I always want to know about these Chinese and them boys. All them come about the world.
After that scripture,
Yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 23.
That's it, yeah? The local scripture will be Hebrews 12 and 16. Well,
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 1.